These are going to be those time periods before and after the stock exchanges open and close, and this time period is really going to depend on your individual broker. In the case of Interactive Brokers, these hours are really going to depend on whether or not you have a light or a pro account with them. With the pro account, the pre-market hours begin at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, and the after hours will go up until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But with the light account, those hours are going to start at 7 a.m. and then end at 8 p.m. But either way, between those hours, you can buy and sell stock just like normal. There's just a couple things you have to do to make sure the order ticket works correctly. First off, you do have to use a limit order. And then second, you do have to identify that you want the order active outside the regular trading hours. But going through an example, let's go ahead and build out an order ticket to buy some stock right now. And in my case, the market's been closed for about 3 hours now. If you were to look up here at the top, you can see I currently have a chart open for Google, G-O-O-G. And within Interactive Brokers, there are actually quite a few different ways to build out an order ticket in here. But for right now, we're going to come down below my chart right here and find my order entry tool. Within this order entry tool, we can now specify exactly what we want to do. We want to buy the stock, we can then specify the number of shares, the price, and then actually place it when the time comes. So beginning on the left and working our way to the right, we're going to first specify that I am in fact buying the stock. I can then come to the right and actually specify the quantity of shares that I wanted to buy, but in my case, I'm going to leave it set to 10. To the right of that, you can see I've already got the order type selected, a limit order selected, meaning I am specifying a price at which I want to buy it for. And again, you cannot use market orders, you cannot use stops, only limit orders are going to work in the after hours. And if we were to come to the right, we can see the price at which I currently have set in here is the current price of the stock in the after hours right now. So in Google's case, the current price in the after hours, or the asking price, is $95.54. So if I wanted to buy it right now, that's the price I'd have to pay. But in my case, let's say I only wanted to buy it if I could get it for, let's say $95.30. Once I've got the price locked in, the very last thing I have to do is come over here to the right and actually specify that I want this order active outside the regular trading hours. So coming here to where it says day at the moment, we can go ahead and click on that. And then all I have to do is come up here and check mark this little box that says fill outside RTH, or regular trading hours. If that's all I wanted for this order to be active today up until 8 p.m., then this is all I would have to do. But if I wanted this order to go out every single day until it fills, from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m., I could always come down here to where it says day again, and also flip this over to a GTC order. GTC meaning good until canceled. It's going to go out every single day from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. until it fills. And now that I've got everything set, I can now come down here below and hit the submit button. And because I've turned off the order confirmations, the order has been instantly submitted. We could always check on it by coming up here to the chart where you can see a green horizontal line going across my screen. And right there, I've got an open order to buy the stock if it ever drops down to $95.30. I could even adjust that order if I wanted to by simply putting my mouse on that green line and then dragging it up or down to the price I wanted to adjust it to. So in this case, if I were to move it up to roughly $95.45 and let go, you can see the price has now been adjusted to $95.45. We could have also done that by coming down here to my active order screen, and right here you can see the open order to buy those shares at Google if it ever hits $95.45. And later down the line, if I ever wanted to cancel that order, I could either come back up here to the chart and click on cancel, or come down here to the order screen once again and simply right click on it and then hit cancel. But again, that's how you're going to place an order to buy or sell the stock in the after hours within Interactive Brokers. It's pretty easy, but you do have to make a couple adjustments to make sure it works correctly. For those you options traders out there, Interactive Brokers also enables their users the ability to trade some options in the after hours. At the time of this video, that only includes SPX, VIX, and XSP. But this leaves you the ability to trade options on those indexes 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Essentially, just like the hours for the futures contracts. But in order to see how that works, let's go ahead and open up the option chain. But in order to see how that actually works, let's go ahead and open up an option chain. And for me, I'm going to come down here to my options layout. So down here at the very bottom, I've already created an options layout. And as soon as I clicked on that, you can see I've already got an option chain right up here above. And if we look in the upper left-hand corner, I already have SPX pulled up. If we were to go through a quick example, let's just say that I wanted to buy an SPX option right now in the after hours, thinking that the S&P was headed up. For now, we'll just come down here to the most recent expiration. It looks like March 7th. Go ahead and click on that to open it up. We can then see a list of the available strikes right down the center here, starting at 40.25 and going out to 40.70. Now again, in my case, since I think the S&P is headed up, I want to look at buying an at-the-money call. And if we were to look up here, an at-the-money call would be the 40.50 strike, and we can see here the current bid and ask is $90.70 by $20.10. Since I do want to buy it, I'm going to go ahead and click on the asking price, $20.10. We can then see that that automatically built out an order ticket right down here below to buy that contract right now. And honestly, we're going to pretty much fill this out just like we did for the stock. Beginning on the left, we're going to specify that we do in fact want to buy the contract. I can then come over here to the right and specify the number of contracts that I want to buy, in this case 1. We're going to leave it set to a limit order, meaning we do need to come over here to the right and specify a price. Now at the moment in the after hours, this contract is trading for $20.10. That is the current asking price that I know I could buy it for right now. But if I wanted to try and buy it at a better price, I could always come here to the limit price, and for this one, we're going to type in $19.50. So I'm now saying that I only want to buy this 40.50 call on SPX if I could get it for $19.50 or better. After that, the only thing I have to do is come over here to the right where it says day, then come down here below and check mark the box that says fill outside regular trading hours. Remember, for SPX options, they essentially trade 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So even though the market's been closed for about 3 hours now, as long as I have that check marked, this order will be active. Now in order to place it, I can come back up here above and hit submit. And once done, you can now see the order is working over here on the chart. So this is a chart for that 40.50 call, and right here we can see an open order to buy that contract at $19.50. Just remember that that is only possible for SPX, VIX, and XSP at the time of this video. And I'm pretty sure Interactive Brokers is the only broker out there that even allows this. But for now, that covers just about everything you need to know to buy or sell stock in the pre-market and in the post-market within Interactive Brokers. There's definitely a lot to learn about this platform, so if you are looking to learn more, consider checking out this video next. You might find it helpful as well. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one.